Hi everyone, it's Tyler here from Get Off Your A for another exciting recipe, and this episode is actually going to be a pretty special one because coming up is actually my birthday, and I'm going to share with you my favorite recipe of all time. It's beef Wellington. It's a beef tenderloin that's been wrapped in mushrooms and prosciutto and then wrapped again in puff pastry, baked in the oven till it's wonderfully pink and juicy and it just melts in your mouth. I only make this recipe about once a year. One reason, it is pretty expensive to make, and two, it kills you on sight by looking at it because it has so much caloric value. But it's wonderful, and if you have a special occasion, definitely the recipe to go through. About a year ago when I made this, in Halifax there wasn't any butchers. There was like the butchers attached to grocery stores, which were fine, but you know, they weren't awesome. But luckily Halifax has finally got an amazing butcher shop. It's in the Hydrostone Market. It's the Highland Drive Storehouse, and it's just such a wonderful place, and that's where I get most of my meat products when I'm looking for something really special. So this is my birthday present to myself, and this, I'm going to open it. Oh, it's just so beautiful. This is beef tenderloin. I just need to show you up close because it's just so exciting. This wonderful hunk of meat is going to be one of the main ingredients, actually the main ingredient, in beef Wellington. I have about a 2.5 pound beef Wellington, beef tenderloin. It is pretty expensive, so, you know, cook as much as you want, but I'm going to put this on a plate. And I'm actually going to dry age it in my fridge for a couple days. So my birthday is not for a couple days, so luckily I've planned ahead. And all you really do is put this in the fridge. You don't put anything on it, just leave it uncovered. And dry it if you can for 2 days in your fridge and just flip it halfway through. And that's going to make it nice and dark and just give it a lot of flavor. So I'm going to do that now, and we'll be back in a couple days. So I'll see you soon. Hey everyone, so it has been 2 days. Let's check on our beef. So we've kept it in the fridge, literally just on a plate. Now, it's going to be a little hard to see, but it's firmed up so nice. And I actually bought just a little bit too much, so I cut off a hunk. This is actually going to be for my dinner on another occasion. And I don't know if you can see this. Yeah, kind of. So see how the outside is like a little bit darker and then the inside is still pink? This pink is what it looked like before, and this dark layer is where you can see it's aged. So we've actually got some nice color on it, and it's just going to add a little bit of flavor. At least that's what Cooks Illustrated tells me. Anyways, now we're going to sear this up. So in here I have a pan, and it is screaming hot. How you can tell is you just take a little bit of water, and hear that? That means she's ready. So, we've got some olive oil, and we're just going to pour it over and rub it all down. Beautiful. And now we're going to get some salt. Shake it on, get it all nice and coated, just like that. It's pretty easy, nothing too complicated here. Get some pepper, same deal. Crack some on, and on the other side, and this will add some nice flavor when we sear it. Okay, so we got a hot pan, and we're ready to go, but we need some protection. I have the greatest friends in the world, and for my birthday, my friend made me my very own uniform. Yeah, no big deal. This is my new uniform. Aline, you are my favorite. I love you so much. And this is going to ensure that I don't get horribly maimed in the searing process. Tongs are great. Plus they make you feel fancy. So you take your beef and we're going to listen for that sound. So let's hope we get it. Are you ready? Oh yeah. So we're just going to sear this on all sides until it's black, and we'll be back. Okay, so you can hear it now. It's sizzling away, and it's all brown on on all four sides. Words don't work today. So you just take some plastic wrap and lay it down, and you actually just transfer it right onto the plastic wrap. So you guys can see, look at that nice brown crust. Good. This is going to be amazing. And you literally just put it on that plastic wrap, nice and hot, and you just wrap her up. It's like I'm wrapping up my present. And pop this. I'm just going to grab a plate and just pop this on a plate. And we're going to put it in the fridge and just needs to cool down. And then we'll start prepping the other many components of this recipe. So we will be back. Okay, friends, so our beef is chilling in the fridge. We got Hank here, my lovely food processor, to help us out with the next step. So we have to process some mushrooms. 1 pound of button mushrooms. So I just literally went to the grocery store and weighed them on those little hangy scales. They actually have a purpose. And you're just going to pour about half of them into your food processor. You don't want to overload it. And you just do 10 1-second pulses. So 1, 2, 10. Bam! If you don't have a food processor, you can always use a knife. Have fun with that. And then just pour them into a bowl. I always forget how watery mushrooms are until you chop them up into thin little pieces. Then the water comes out. And the second half of the mushrooms, same dealio. Okay. Ugh, they're so moist. But they smell nice. Oop, that means my oven is ready. I'm also making creme brulee. You already know how to make that. See, multitasking. I'm making beef Wellington. I'm making creme brulee. It's all coming together for my birthday. So we're going to go fry these up in some butter. So I'll see you over at the stove. Hey everyone, so I got my Dutch oven here. These are wonderful things to have. I love it so much. You can go in the oven and go on the stove. It's great. So I got it heating up right now, and I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of butter. Ayo! Throw it in, and we'll just let that melt down. While that waits, we're going to take 3 shallots. For those of you who don't know what a shallot is, this is a shallot. It's kind of like a weird-shaped onion. We're just going to give these a nice chop while our butter heats up. So let's get to it. Okay, so I'm going to take my shallots that I have nicely chopped up. Very fun. That was 3 shallots. And I'm going to pour it in here. Ooh, listen to that sizzle. And we're going to cook these for about 5 minutes until they're kind of translucenty and nice and soft. Okay, so now we're going to take our processed mushrooms and we're going to add those to the mix. Now these are going to give off a ton of water. Mushrooms are just big water capsules. So you actually have to cook these until all of that water comes out and then evaporates, which can take up to 15 minutes. You'll know when it happens, it'll actually like kind of dry out and almost form a paste. This whole thing that we're making is called duxelles. And that's going to be part of the tenderloin fun adventures. Okay, so they've come dry. The water is all evaporated. Because now it's starting to stick to the bottom of the pan, so we know we're good for step 2. Gonna add some salt, just, you know, a nice sprinkling, and some pepper. That salt is gonna draw out even more water, so it's gonna get wet again. I've also got 2 tablespoons of cream. Pour that in as well. Sounding good. And you want to mix this all together. And again, you want to keep stirring it until all the liquid is gone and they're basically dried out. Okay, well mine only took like 3 minutes. Maybe I had less watery mushrooms, but you're going to take your duxelles and you're going to scrape them into a bowl. That's nice. Looks like dog food. Mmm! Okay. So it literally became a paste. It's like I never know which way this goes because it's all backwards. Yeah, so literally, some nice dog food. This is going to be good. Yeah. So this also needs to be plastic wrapped and thrown in the fridge as well to cool down. We're going to make some puff pastry next to encase this in. Now, you can buy puff pastry. That's totally cool. I'm going to make it because I'm awesome. And I'm going to put that as like an appendice video. So if you want to know how to make your own puff pastry, look at the appendice video. But we'll be back and we'll actually put this stuff all together. It's very exciting, so we'll see you soon. Okay, everyone, so our respective parts have chilled, and now we're gonna get going on the assembly. So take, again, some more plastic wrap and layer down. And you want to make like long strips, so you'll probably need 2 pieces of cling wrap. You want to make it wide enough so that the beef can lay on it. Perfect. So now we take prosciutto. Prosciutto is the greatest food ever. If you don't like it, you're an idiot. I'm just going to straight up say that. It is aged bacon that you can eat without cooking, so it prevents the times of having to cook. Okay, and now you're going to take your prosciutto and you're going to lay it down to kind of make a blanket, a collage, a decoupage, if you will, of cured meat. And you want to make it long enough so that it'll wrap all the way around the meat, and you want to make it wide enough so that it'll cover the log of the meat. So we're just going to get that going. Okay, so I've made my nice mosaic of meat, and mine is 2 strips high and 4 columns long. So that's how much it takes to cover. So when I set this on it, it's nicely covered on both ends. And the next step is to take this Duxelles mushroom paste and scrapey that off. And you just want to spread it, nice even layer over this whole thing. You can get your hands in there. So we've spread our nice mushroom paste over our prosciutto layer. And now we're going to take this lovely tenderloin, put it in the center, and put it upside down. And now roll up one side, and roll up the other. Yes. And it's all gonna nice and stick together. Great. And you just wanna seal this up, fold up the ends. It seems like we're wrapping everything today. Presents and beef and, oh, look at that. So, what this has done is created this lovely prosciutto-y pattern. It just looks like it's wrapped in bacon. It's because it basically is. And this, again, surprise, surprise, needs to go in the fridge for half an hour. Once that is done, I'll put this up. Once that is done, we are going to wrap it in puff pastry. Then we're going to put it in the oven, and then we're going to eat it. So we'll be back. Okay, friends, the Wellington wrap stuff has chilled. My puff pastry has chilled, so we're going to get this party started. So flour is your best friend all over the table. And you only need half of this recipe. So the other half, you can make some tartlets. So apparently I've made too many videos that my computer just decided to stop filming. But anyways, magic! So I've rolled out the pastry. It's pretty simple. Put the beef on upside down, and then you wrap it up like a little baby in the puff pastry. Just use lots of flour when you roll it. Now I, because I'm crazy, am going to take the leftover puff pastries, and I'm actually going to cut little shapes out, and I'm going to make a little nice design. So we'll be back. So I added some embellishments along with my friend Allison. Oh, I don't know how this works. There we go. It's backward. So there's some leaves, and there's a bird. And I've also made 2 slits to let the steam escape. So, surprise, surprise, it goes back in the fridge for another 20 minutes. And then bake it at a 450-degree oven for about 30 minutes. And it's going to be a lovely, nice pink, melt-in-your-mouth, delicious color. And just before you throw it in the oven, just an egg wash. 1 egg mixed up with some water. Brush it on top. And we will be back to eat this. Yes. Here we go. Okay, everyone, it has been about 40 minutes, and look, it's finished. The puff pastry has puffed and browned. It smells like butter and all the things that are good. So I'm going to slice this open. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, it just cuts like butter, because it is mostly butter. Oh my god, look at this. Wait. Oh, well, you can't really see it. It looks like a hollow chasm. But that is just like the breakfast of champions. And I'm going to eat it now. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's so flaky. Yep. Okay. Oh, God. There are just no words. There's a reason this is my favorite meal. This was amazing. So, happy birthday to me. And to you, get off your A and make this today. New videos every Wednesday. Subscribe for more fun. This is Tyler. Have a wonderful night. Cheers.
Happy birthday, happy birthday.